you fall in love with plants, the more you want, and your garden beds can just keep growing. But the reality is that for many gardeners, space can be limited. You might have a small courtyard, just a balcony, or maybe you have no outside space at all. And that's where potted plants come into their own. I'm going to give you some beginner tips on how to choose the perfect pot. There are so many materials to choose from wood to concrete. But first, there are some basic things to consider to help narrow your choice. The most basic is the good old black plastic pot. They're lightweight and versatile and allow you to grow a heap of plants. They're ideal for plants that like consistent moisture, like veggies and herbs. But once you step away from the basic black, there are lots of different colours to choose from. Then there are glazed pots, which like plastic pots are sealed to help hold in the moisture. Other choices, like concrete or terracotta, are porous, so that means they dry out very quickly. But that makes them ideal for Mediterranean-like climate plants, such as succulents or cacti that need good drainage. So start by thinking about the type of plants you want to grow and where, and that will help to narrow your choices. A tip for new players is never to get fooled by an attractive pot that doesn't have any drainage holes in the bottom, because almost all plants need drainage. These are designed for cover pots for undercover or indoors, so you can put your indoor plant there and it doesn't leave watermarks on your furniture or floors. The idea is you can easily remove your plant, water it properly, let it drain completely, and then put it back in. The other important consideration is weight. If you need to move a plant regularly, and especially if you're gardening on a balcony. A large pot full of wet potting mix can weigh hundreds of kilograms. But equally, you'll need to make sure your potted plants aren't at risk of blowing away. A large, lightweight fiberglass pot might be the best solution for a decent display on a balcony. Shape is also an important consideration. Tall-tapered pots are nearly always top-heavy and they can blow over in a windy spot or in a walkway. If you want height in a display, choose a low, sturdy pot, like this earthenware one, which is quite heavy. Or if you want one of these narrow, tall pots, make sure you choose a plant that will cascade or be low and shrubby. Whatever pot and plant combo you choose, it's really important for your plant that you choose the right potting media. Always go for one that's made to Australian standards, and you can tell that by the ticks on the bag. As far as the size when you pot up, it's also important to give your plant room to grow, but not overpot it and have it swimming in a sea of potting mix. So ideally we look to increase the volume by about 1/3 to 1/2, and your plant will love it. You really can grow a plant in anything, but with these few tips, choosing a few suitable pots will almost be as much fun as selecting your plants.